Welcome everyone, I'm Niall from Listen Up, and today we're going to introduce a very special, new, limited edition product from a manufacturer that's very, very important to us at Listen Up. They're celebrating 10 years of success building high-res music streaming components that have had an immeasurable impact on how we all listen to music. Introducing the new limited edition 10th anniversary Bluesound Node X. But first, a moment for the standard Bluesound Node, a high-res streaming component that has been our go-to for nearly 10 years. We use about 3 of these in our Denver showroom as source devices across the store, and for us, the standard Node works great, sounds great, and our clients love it. So when I was offered the opportunity to participate in this video, the first question that came to my mind was, what could Bluesound do with the standard Node to possibly make it special enough to honor their 10th anniversary? Well, let's open it up and find out. Let's get this open and see what's inside. Similar to the standard Bluesound Node, you will get an accessory box, which will open shortly. Right from the get-go, our 10th anniversary celebration card telling you a little bit about Bluesound and why this product is so important to them. We've got quick start manual. If it's your first time, let's get into some of these accessories. What makes this special that the standard Node does not come with is the included RC1 remote. This is Bluesound's special specific remote that works with all their devices, and they give you one with the Node X. We also get a standard US spec power cable, a Euro spec power cable if that's important to you, Ethernet cable, RCA, and a little mini optical to optical adapter for connecting your TV to one of the inputs on the back. Everything except for the RC1 comes with a standard Node. The Node X packaging is a little different. They use a lot more black cardboard and a couple more premium silver stickers. The Node X itself comes in a nicer pouch. Look at that. And there you have it, the Bluesound Node X. So what makes the Bluesound Node X special? I think it's easiest to start with what's on the outside. And with the 10th anniversary limited edition, you do get this very special silver finish. It's the only Bluesound product that comes in this finish. I'll turn it a little bit. Same form factor as the standard Node, but the addition of the silver finish does give you some very, very nice contrast. It stands out much more than a standard Node, and it does add to the feeling of specialness. Also, on the outside, we have our full-size 1/4-inch headphone jack on the Node X, whereas the standard Node uses a 3.5 millimeter. There's a couple of reasons for that, which we'll get into in a little bit, but having the full-size 1/4-inch is nice to see. One of the big value adds of the Node X is getting the RC1 remote out of the box. 10 preset options, volume options, seek options, as well as player power options that work seamlessly with a Node X or any other Bluesound component. You can also program this remote to operate on different channels so it won't confuse the 2 nodes that you have if you have 2 nodes. Beyond the obvious differences, like the 1/4-inch headphone jack, we have some internal changes that are pretty significant. First and foremost, we abandoned the DAC chip that's in the standard Node in favor of ESS's 9028 Q2M DAC chip, which as of 2022 was one of their reference models, so we see a much nicer DAC in this unit. In combination with the full-size 1/4-inch headphone jack, we also have a THX AAA or achromatic audio amplifier driving the headphone section. It's a very special kind of amplifier that really shines in a form factor like this. And when we get into our sound quality review, I can tell you a little bit more about why the DAC made such a difference to me and why the nicer headphone amp made such a difference to me. But the nutshell is silver finish, only available on Node X, included RC1 remote, full-size 1/4-inch headphone jack, a much nicer DAC, ESS Sabre 9028 Q2M, and the THX AAA headphone amplifier. All right, so we've covered what makes the Node X special, but it's probably worth talking about how it's exactly the same as the standard Node, because all of those features are pretty incredible and important as well. So I'm gonna flip it around for you. On the back of the Node X, you find the same exact input and output complement that you'd find on the standard Node. So we have RCA, single-ended output for connection to an existing system or amplifier integrated. We have digital coax out for connection to an external DAC. We have an analog subwoofer out in case you want more bass. We have optical in via a 3.5 millimeter jack. That's what that little adapter is for. We also have our analog in via that port, so it's a combination port. Gigabit Ethernet or Wi-Fi if you don't have the option to hardwire. We have USB audio out, and then of course your power connection. On the top side, they're off at the moment, but this is where you typically find your touch controls, where you're able to access 6 presets, volume control if you're running it in variable output mode or the headphone mode, as well as play, pause, and seat controls. Every Node is compatible with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant if voice control is important to you. And a feature that's very important to us at Listen Up is the custom integration capability. So Bluesound has great native compatibility with Control4, Savant, and Crestron. So if you want high resolution music streaming in your new smart home, we can do so with Bluesound. Maybe the last feature, now that I see it, I should mention, because it is important, is HDMI eARC connectivity. So you can directly connect your TV to this with one cable. It will pass all of its audio information as well as volume control information if that's how you configure your system. And that should cover it outside of the optical out, which none of you should be using unless you have to. Upgraded components and the existing features are all great, but I'm sure what all of you are wondering is, how does the Node X compare in terms of sound quality to a standard Node? I did have an opportunity to use this in my home system for about 6-7 days. I was able to listen to the analog output as well as all of the digital outputs, and what I can tell you is, as a first-time buyer of a sub $1,000 streamer, you would be hard-pressed to find better sound quality than from the Node X. In direct comparison to the standard Node, you will have a more open soundstage, a bit more detail, and it's going to be a lot better at handling really high-resolution content. So high-res MQA, 24-bit 192, the ESS chip did seem to do a better job handling that in my system. Where I was personally blown away is this THX headphone amp. I do have a pair of Focal Stylia Utopias at home, the closed-back version of their Beryllium Utopia headphones. And I was surprised to learn that this headphone amp delivered some of the best performance I've ever heard out of them, coming from other more economical headphone amps. So THX did a great job here with the achromatic audio amplifier, meaning without color. And it's very neutral, it's very powerful, it's very fast. It's reminiscent of what you might find in a recording studio, specifically from the THX output. Super neutral, super lean, limitless power. The analog out from the DAC is still very easy to listen to. I think it's got plenty of detail, but it would not be something I describe as clinical or overly resolving or cool. It's very pleasant to listen to, and certainly if you don't have a high-res streamer now and you don't want to spend more than $1,000, you can't get better than this. For me, the best use case was using a USB audio out into the DAC in my Hagel H590, which is a bit of a unique connection to get the best performance. But the reason it gave me the best performance has to do with all the technology inside. So by putting a quad-core processor inside this unit, as well as a high-resolution DAC, you're basically guaranteed a very low jitter, low noise environment for all your digital information. And the output from this device should be the new benchmark for all companies moving forward, unless they want to charge 3 or 4 times the price. So there you have it, the 10th anniversary limited edition Bluesound Node X, a worthy tribute to 10 years of what we love most about Bluesound. High quality, high resolution music streaming components for every room of your home at a price point that's accessible to almost all of us. Now, Bluesound has been very clear that this is a limited production run, so if you do want one, you'll want to act fast. I know I'm gonna get one once you get yours. They can be found at listenup.com, link in the description below, in stock and ready to ship, or at any one of our 4 showrooms, Denver, Boulder, Colorado Springs, or Albuquerque, New Mexico. And with that, thank you so much for watching. It would mean the world if you would like, subscribe, and enable notifications. We have a lot more content for you and look forward to bringing it to you. And the last bit is, as usual, engage us in the comments, let us know what you like, and let us know what else you'd like to see. Thank you.